Hello, I am Professor Chang Hyukjae of the Cardiology Department at Severance Hospital. Today, I will introduce the newest software from Samsung for analyzing carotid ultrasound data. Carotid ultrasound is an easy and simple, non-invasive method to detect changes in the carotid artery, and therefore detect cardiovascular disease in its early stages. So far, measuring changes in the intima media thickness or detecting atherosclerotic plaque, that is, morphologic change, has been the limit to what could be done with this technology. However, the most recently developed software makes help assessing functional changes possible in the artery ahead of structural ones and allows us to more comprehensively evaluate the state of the arteries at an earlier stage. To confirm the utility of this analytic software, we conducted carotid ultrasound studies on acute stroke patients, as well as on a control group. Both groups were matched for age and sex, and each group consists of 50 patients. After performing carotid ultrasounds on the two groups of patients, we first compared simple structural changes of the carotid artery. We could confirm functional changes in the carotid artery of stroke patients even before structural change such as endothelial thickening or plaque formation had taken place. Using this function with subjects who may be suffering from cardiovascular diseases such as stroke, we can treat subjects at risk at an earlier stage of the disease, which results in a better prognosis. The augmentation index is well known as a useful index in pulse wave velocity, or the measurement of central venous pressure. After measuring the movement or cross-sectional area of the vessel, we can compare the secondary wave of the blood pressure waveform to the height of the entire wave to easily derive the augmentation index. We can say that carotid ultrasonography is now sufficient to obtain many useful indices without additional tests. Also, by using this software, we can measure longitudinal, circumferential, and radial movement even more precisely than before. As you well know, the carotid artery shows regular movements in 3 axes during the course of one heart cycle. The movement seen on the long axis view during carotid ultrasonography can help us better diagnose vascular disease at an earlier stage so that we can better formulate a treatment plan. Arterial stiffness is a highly significant index in peripheral blood vessel tests. However, measuring arterial stiffness has always required an extra examination. That has become unnecessary with this tool, and we can easily measure arterial stiffness through looking at the movements of the carotid artery in a simple long-axis carotid view. The clinically most important role of the carotid ultrasound is the early detection of cardiovascular disease. However, it is difficult to achieve this goal through looking at morphological changes alone, which had been performed up until now with carotid ultrasonography. By being able to see functional changes before structural ones, it is possible to identify high-risk patients early and begin treatment at an earlier stage of the disease. Also, the functions provided in this new software save us the effort of calculating the augmentation index separately or conducting other examinations, and allow us to obtain all the information we need with one simple test.